This is the haunting story of Aileen Wuornos, a woman who became one of the most notorious serial killers in history. In the annals of criminal history, Aileen Wuornos is a name that evokes fear, fascination, and a deep sense of unease. Branded as the world's first female serial killer, Wuornos' life was a disturbing cocktail of abuse, violence, and tragedy. Born on February 29, 1956, in Rochester, Michigan, Aileen's life was a nightmare from the start. Her father, a convicted child molester, abandoned the family before she was born, and her mother left her and her brother with their grandparents when she was just 4 years old. Raised in a tumultuous environment, Aileen was subjected to physical and sexual abuse. By age 11, she had turned to prostitution to survive, and by her early teens, she was living on the streets. Aileen's teenage years were marked by an escalating series of criminal behaviors. From theft to disorderly conduct, her life was quickly spiraling out of control. At 15, she became pregnant after being raped by a friend of her grandfather. She was sent to a home for unwed mothers and gave birth to a son, who was put up for adoption. Shortly after, she dropped out of school and was kicked out of her home. Homeless and desperate, Aileen roamed the streets, hitchhiking across the country, surviving by any means necessary. Aileen's first documented crime was at age 18 when she was arrested for driving under the influence and disorderly conduct. This was just the beginning of a long and troubling relationship with the law. She drifted from one state to another, committing a string of offenses ranging from armed robbery to car theft, leaving a trail of crime and chaos in her wake. As she entered her 30s, Aileen's encounters with the law grew more violent, reflecting the deepening turmoil within her. In November 1989, Aileen Wuornos committed her first known murder. Her victim, Richard Mallory, was a convicted rapist, a fact that Aileen would later use in her defense. Over the next year, Aileen would murder 6 more men. She claimed that each killing was in self-defense, stating that her victims had either attempted to rape her or had threatened her life. However, the brutality and cold calculation of these murders painted a different picture, one of a woman driven by rage, trauma, and a twisted sense of retribution. On January 9, 1991, Aileen Wuornos was finally arrested at a bar in Florida. Her girlfriend, Tyria Moore, had been cooperating with the police, helping them gather evidence that would lead to Aileen's confession. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, Aileen confessed to the murders. Her confessions were chilling, detailing how she lured her victims, killed them in cold blood, and then stole their belongings. Aileen Wuornos' trial was a spectacle, attracting massive media attention. Her erratic behavior, explosive outbursts, and contradictory statements kept the public captivated and horrified. She was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to death. Despite appeals and attempts to overturn her conviction, the courts upheld her sentence, sealing her fate. On October 9, 2002, Aileen Wuornos was executed by lethal injection at Florida State Prison. Her final words were haunting. "I'd just like to say I'm sailing with the rock, and I'll be back, like Independence Day, with Jesus June 6th, like the movie, Big Mothership, and all. I'll be back." Her case remains one of the most debated and studied in criminal history, raising questions about the nature of evil, mental illness, and the criminal justice system's treatment of women. Aileen Wuornos' story is a cautionary tale of life marked by unimaginable pain and suffering, culminating in a spree of violence that shocked the world. But it also raises profound questions about society's role in shaping monsters. Was Aileen Wuornos a born killer, or was she a product of her environment? Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please like, subscribe, and share to help us continue bringing you in-depth looks into the darkest corners of history.